call the meeting to order. Today, July 5th, 2011 at 6:45 p.m. I will defer to our legal counsel as to what happened in closed session.
Thank you, Mr. Mayor. Council met in closed session and discussed items A through D on the agenda. Direction was given, no reportable action was taken. Council did vote 5-0 to add an urgency item to closed session because they received a letter on today, July 5th, which is after the agenda was posted, and the letter demanded immediate action. So item E was added to the closed session agenda, and it is listed as conference with legal counsel, anticipated litigation, pursuant to Government Code 54956.9, B3A, one case, and direction was given, no reportable action was taken on the item that was added to closed session. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Madam City Attorney. At this point, I'd like to ask our Lava Lamp winner, Mr. Morris Risen, to lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
At this point, I'd like to entertain a motion to approve the agenda.
So moved.
Moved by Councilman Romero. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Councilman Hurtado. Please vote. And motion carries 5-0. Announcements, public comments. Public comments are welcome. Speakers will be limited to 3 minutes. Please complete a speaker form prior to the start of the meeting. If the item you wish to comment on is a closed session item, please comment now. If the item you wish to comment on is on the public portion of the agenda, we will take your comment when we get to that item on the agenda. And I have a speaker form here. Okay. A speaker form for Mr. Carlos Herrera and the Calexico Historical Museum. If you would come step to the podium and state your name and address for the record, please.
Carlos Herrera, 935 East 3rd Street, Calexico. Honorable City Council and audience. I just want to remind the City Council that since I was nominated for Calexico City Historian, I have been asking the City Councils, previous and most of them previous City Councils, if the city could furnish us with a building for the museum, which we inaugurated last year, April of last year. Just as a matter of information, we have outgrown with the exhibits that we have, and some of you, or most of you, have been there to the presentations. We call them presentations because we don't have a permanent building that we can keep the exhibits in a building. So I just want to remind the City Council and hope that that there is some advance in the conversations that we've had throughout the years, and we're getting closer and hopefully get a building where we can have the permanent building for the Calexico Museum. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Herrera. We appreciate your comments. I'd like to call Mr. Antonio Garcia in support of the CPEL activities, in this case, a car wash.
Good evening, folks. Thank you for hearing me. My name is Antonio Garcia. For those who don't know me or who I am or what I represent CPEL, which is the Calexico Parents Athletic League. I live at Calexico, California at 1101 Amada Court. And I'm just letting you know that we are holding a car wash this Saturday. It'll be in the CHS grounds at the parking area. I'm not sure if it's the actual parking structure, the parking lot, or that big old horseshoe. But this Saturday, it's going to benefit the. So we're going to try and send some teams to the California State Games in San Diego, August 5th, 6th, and 7th. And with the sales of the car washes, we're going to be able to hopefully lodge some of these kids over there and have them put up a good show. The 7 and 8-year-olds will be participating in the state games. The 8, 9 and 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15 through 18 will be participating in the national competitions as they won the state games last year. So it's all for Calexico, for CPAL. So hopefully we'll have you guys out there. Also want to recognize that we were donated some balls by the Calexico Police Officers Association and Mr. Willie Hermosillo. We want to thank them. If I could get a round of applause for them. Thank you. That's all I have to say, folks. So hopefully we'll see you Saturday, and if the storm outside does any worse, we're going to need the car wash. So we'll see you Saturday, hopefully from 9 a.m. till 1 p.m. at the Calexico parking lots.
Thank you, Mr. Garcia.
Thank you.
I have Mr. Officer Luis Casillas from the CPOA.
Good evening, board members and public. It's nice to see a full house here today on a very special day. I just want to comment on two issues, and the first issue is, first of all, I want to congratulate you with the budget, and the second part is that although a budget was passed, we still have a lot of work, and maybe it bothers me, but and it's nothing personal against Mrs. Lyons here, but we've had her firm now for a couple of years, and correct me if I'm wrong. The whole in a time where we're laying people off that are part of our community, that are stakeholders here, that no longer have work with the city. I just want you to think: how do you look people in the face and say that you've done everything you can? And the issue that I have is because we have a law firm which you pay good money to, over $500,000, and yet you still pay a person from that law firm a salary, pay for their benefits and their retirement. So the point that I'm trying to make is, if we're laying people off to save money, as many of my colleagues have been laid off, then why are we paying a firm and paying salary for an attorney and paying for someone's retirement that doesn't even live here? The people that you laid off or are going to be laid off are community members, people that live here, your neighbors, people that spend money here, that spend their lives here. The people who you pay the money to represent the city are people that drive in and then drive out of the hill and don't think twice about Calexico. So I just want to remind you that it's something that's been talked about for a few years now, and I hope that someone up there takes it upon them to change that, because it's very important. And if we're truly here for the community, because when you ask people to take a cut in benefits and to give some and take concessions and so on and so forth, we really got to do it. I mean, we got to do it across the board. Okay, and it's nothing personal against Mrs. Lyons or her firm, but it's something that's been talked about for many years, and it needs to be addressed. The second part of it is, I know it's a big day for everyone up there today, and I'm just, as the Vice President of the Police Officer Association, we want to support Mr. Luis Castro, and I know that ultimately the decision is up to the folks up there to decide whether he's going to be mayor or not. But I think that the people here are here, people that are here voted for him, put him up there, and so he should be given an opportunity to be put on that rotation. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Mr. Casillas. Mr. Smith, did you want something to say after all, Mr. Gonzalez? You can follow Mr. Smith.
I had to hand deliver a letter today. I was at a meeting at the IID. They're currently pulling the wire from the town center project. I'll read a letter that I delivered. Well, actually, Oscar missed the meeting, so I met him at the project. I've been trying to get 600 jobs into this town. I don't know why I find such resistance to your town wanting to grow, but it's amazing. The Board of Directors of Town Center Plaza LLC has reviewed the situation and concluded that the city's engineer either does not appear to be competent to complete this project, or she understands the impact of her decisions, but has a willful disregard for the future viability of the Town Center project. Town Center Plaza has engaged Hunsaker and Associates to review the city's civil design and engineering drawings, specifically with regard to the design discrepancies in both storm drainage systems and electrical distribution systems. They have been rendered, their current system is inoperable. It was not inoperable before the city got the EDA grant that we helped to bring to this town. In either case, the Board of Directors of Town Center Plaza hereby is requesting the City of Calexico stop the work on the project for a period of 2 weeks until a reasonable assessment of the circumstances are made. Town Center Plaza is requesting that the City of Calexico bear the cost of the design review. This is expected to be approximately $3,000. IID asked for $5,000 to redesign $500,000 worth of electrical that has been rendered inoperable by the city's engineer. Inoperable. By such flagrant disregard and mistakes. Inoperable. It's coming out. And you're worried about $5,000 to IID and $3,000 to an engineering firm that we're going to pay anyway, even if you don't approve it. I understand that you've decided to put that street on hold for 10 days and not approve IID's work, to design the work, to fix the problem that the city's engineer created. I'm amazed. I'm truly amazed.
You have 1 minute, Mr. Smith.
I'm done.
Okay. Thank you. I appreciate your comments. Mr. Gonzalez?
My name's Oscar Gonzalez. I'm a native Bulldog. I was born at 1016 4th Street, 1947, November 21st. And I lived there until June 6, 1966. I left and got an AS in police science from Ellen Hancock, a BA from the University of California.
I'd like to remind you have 3 minutes.
I understand.
Okay.
Please don't interrupt me.
Okay.
And I got a master's degree in public administration and have been an advocate of social change and to improve the quality of life for all for 37 years. And my daughter the other day said, "Dad, why don't you quit?" I said, "If I quit, I'm going to die." I want to, in concert to what the gentleman said about the city attorney, the city attorney makes $60,000 plus benefits, and last year I think her firm earned $600,000. You know, Gilbert Otero, our district attorney, makes $180,000. Our CAO, Mr. Ralph Cordova, makes about $170,000. We can hire 3 city attorneys. I think that would not cost the city more than $500,000. If you get rid of that position, obviously we're going to save some money. But there's many areas that we need to look at. In conclusion, I would like to congratulate Mrs. Maritza Hurtado, Mr. Bill Hodge, and Luis, because he can vote on himself. I'm here tonight to also support Luis Castro for mayor. And I hope we don't have any Hamlets that bring onto themselves political tragedies, because we have 2 guys that are running for re-election, Mr. Romero and Mr. Moreno. So I would hope that we support. It's a rotative. In 108 years, 2 people were denied that, Arturo Rioseco and Victor Rocha. I hope that we don't embarrass Mr. Castro's father and mother and relatives, sons and what have you, and friends and people that voted for him. I hope that we do exactly what the mission says to improve the quality of life for all. If you vote for Luis Castro, you'll be doing that tonight. To work in unity. How much time do I have, Mr. Moreno?
30 seconds.
In unity, in concert, and support, and to reorganize Calexico so the Vatos Locos can enjoy Calexico too. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Gonzalez. I'm sure we always look forward to your colorful banter, so keep it up. Thank you. General comments by our city council members, and I'd like to start to my immediate left with Ms. Hurtado.
I wrote something. I'd like to say that it's been a pleasure to work with my fellow council members for this past year. As the new kid on the block, it was awkward for me at first to sit in this seat and to always be the first to be called upon by our outgoing mayor, John Moreno. As the only female sitting on this council, thank you to you all, my friends, for always giving me respect, not only as a fellow council member, but as your compañera, and for accepting to refer to me as councilwoman. I think I'm actually going to miss being the first to speak my mind at our council meetings, because after we reorganize, I will end up in a position that I will have to hear everyone else say first what I probably already will be thinking. But most importantly, I'm going to miss sitting next to you, Councilman Hodge, where I can hear the comments he whispers to himself, even though he thinks I didn't hear him. Seriously, I would like to say that it's been an honor to continue to serve my beautiful city, Calexico, with the finest team I could ever ask for. We are just that, a team. We have accomplished so much in a year, together with the city's administration and staff. Our work together is strong, committed, and professional, with one thing on our minds: the betterment of Calexico. I want to thank you, Mr. Moreno, for your service as mayor, as we have come to know and respect each other. You have been one fine mayor, sir.
Thank you.
I am thankful for you and for this experience that I look forward to continue to work with you. I enjoyed your heartfelt speeches and your joyful singing, as I want to say that, and I want to say that I promise you that I will watch the Godfather movies so that I can understand them when you quote your favorite lines. I'm excited about today's reorganization that will give us a new mayor pro tem, also a new seat and a new neighbor for me up here at the dais. There will be one thing that I am sure will be hard to change today, after today: our dedicated teamwork that has proven by this council, which is not only evident but proven with actual results, that I know is appreciated by all citizens of Calexico. I am proud of what's been accomplished so far, and I know for a fact that all of us here will continue to work together. Gracias, amigos.
Thank you, Ms. Hurtado. Councilman Hodge.
That was very good. I don't have anything written.
That's good.
But I'll talk. Look at us up here. You need to understand that we have worked very, very hard for you, and I know you do. And I just want to share with you, in closed session, behind the scenes, that my fellow colleagues here, just like she echoed or said, we are, I feel, a very good team. I believe we're, here's a word I'll throw out, a progressive team. I think that we have definitely turned a corner in a very good way for Calexico. Yes, we've made mistakes, and yes, we have a lot of hard work ahead of us. And I truly appreciate, like others up here, the people that come up for their democratic right to have public announcements. And we may not fudge around or nod or even show facial expressions, but believe me, we listen to you. We listen to you. And I'm very proud, just like Councilwoman Hurtado has pointed out, the accomplishments that we have done. Have we completed everything? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. But our commitment, our heart, and our soul is for you. And you know what? If we mess up, I want you to be the first to tell us. You have that absolute right. And we're here for you. So on the other hand, I do want to thank Mr. John Moreno sincerely for his strong leadership. I think he's been an excellent mayor. I've learned a lot. I've taken in and listened on how he conducts these sessions, and we could have not had anybody better. And in closed sessions, he has a very keen mind, he's insightful, and he's very careful and caring. And you will not get anybody that's more of a bulldog than Mr. John Moreno. So I want to thank you, John.
Thank you, Mr. Hodge. I appreciate that. Well, I have a few words, and I'm not going to allow these two gentlemen to say anything until a little later on in the meeting. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen and fellow Calexicans. I would like to start by making sure everyone had a safe and sane 4th of July as we honored America, the greatest country in the world, on her 235th birthday. And also a thank you to the men and women overseas who are serving this great country. As I look back on the 2010-11 fiscal year, we call it fiscal because it's all about money, I can say that as a council, we worked diligently with staff to overcome the deficit that has been lingering these last several years. A gracious thanks goes out to the City Administration of Mr. Victor Carrillo, Mr. Oscar Rodriguez, and Finance Department Director Ms. Judy Hashem for making sure that we were on target this year to be fiscally sound. And also thanks go out to Ms. Jennifer Lyon, the City Attorney, for assisting us with the many of the litigations that go on with local governments. We had meetings to discuss the budget, which is always a daunting task and somewhat indifferent. A year ago, I didn't think it was possible that we'd have a surplus by now, but I was wrong. And I'm glad I was wrong. Measure H was passed by the populace, and we began assisting public safety. We need to look at ways to enhance recreation as well, and I will stand firmly on this issue with these monies. For what type of city would we be if there was little or no recreation for our citizens? Our economic development is continuing, and even though it seems that no development or monkey wrenches are thrown into place, I would like to assure you that our staff is working with council to make sure the casino, the Grand Plaza, the medical campus, and the expansion of the downtown port of entry with infrastructure improvements will happen. It would be a big loss for our city if any of these developments folded, for we know that in economic development in times of depression means jobs, jobs, and more jobs. In closing, I would like to thank the voters for having the confidence in me to serve this community. As a second-generation Calexican, it has been both an honor and a privilege to be mayor of our hometown. And short of having experienced the birth of my two children, this experience is right up there. To my fellow council members, Mr. Castro, Mr. Romero, Ms. Hurtado, and Mr. Hodge, it has truly been a team-building experience, and we have learned about one another and must keep focus now that we can continue to improve our city. We may have had our differences, but I know that we will always respect each other's opinion. To our great staff of employees who worked in the spirit of cooperation to not only keep the services at an acceptable level, but with administration to come to a bargaining agreement. And finally, to my family, especially my parents, Frank and Virginia Moreno, who have guided me through my years in the family business, college, and my career in education, and who taught all of us children how to be better people through respect. And I hope that this city of underdogs and immigrants will continue to flourish through positive leadership. Thank you. Thanks to all of you. And at this time, I'd like to open up the floor for the nomination of Mayor of the City of Calexico and Chairman of the Redevelopment Agency, if we have a redevelopment agency, for fiscal year 2011-2012. Is there a motion?
Yes.
Mr. Hodge.
Okay. I do it?
Yeah.
Yes. Mr. Mayor, I nominate Councilman Luis Castro for the upcoming year of 2011-2012 for Mayor of Calexico.
Is there a second?
Mayor Moreno, I'll take this opportunity, and it'll be my privilege to second that motion.
There's a motion. There's a motion on the floor for the appointment of Mr. Castro as mayor for 2011-2012. It's been seconded. Please vote. Motion carries 5-0. Congratulations. At this time, I'd like to open the floor for a nomination of Mayor Pro Tem for fiscal year 2011-2012.
I would like to nominate Councilman Daniel Romero.
Is there a second?
I second that.
The motion on the... The motion on the floor is to nominate Mr. Daniel Romero for Mayor Pro Tem for 2011-2012. It's been motioned and seconded. Please vote. Motion carries 5-0. Congratulations, Mr. Romero. And now I believe at this time, Madam City Attorney, we play the musical chairs. Okay.
Yes.
Feels different on this side.
It's colder on this side.
Oh, thank you. Such teamwork.
Let's go first.
Okay. It is a great honor for me to become a mayor for the city of Calexico. I want to thank Councilman Bill Hodge, Councilwoman Maritza Hurtado for appointing me as a mayor, and the rest of the council, Councilman Moreno, Romero, Councilman Moreno. I appreciate you both. I make this pledge to you that I will carry out my duties with almost respect, fairness, and attention to each member of this council, and especially to each resident of this great city. I want to take this opportunity to congratulate and thank the outgoing Mayor Moreno for his excellent job, his work as a mayor. I am aware of the responsibility that been placed me as a mayor. I will work hard and look forward to working with the council to provide the best service to our residents and our visitors. I also look forward to working closely with the city manager, Mr. Rodriguez. And I hope our working relationship will result and increased service to our community. There are many challenges to face this year ahead, but there are also many opportunities. Opportunity to work with and support our business community to expand and create new jobs in Calexico. Opportunity to work with our excellent recreation department and commission to bring more sport tournament for our youth and adults that will increase recreation activities in bringing in much needed dollar into our city. Opportunity to work with our community social service club, organizations, and city commission to support their work, such as the City Beautification Committee, police commissioners, housing authority commissioners, to support and encourage their very important work. Opportunity to work with the Calexico Board and Administration to support our children's education. They are our future and most precious resources.
Yes.
I missed one letter. The last part. As a mayor, I look forward to the year ahead as an opportunity to work with you and for you. Thank you. Muchas gracias. And I want to apologize, but I will express myself in Spanish. Quiero agradecer a todos los presentes. He estado en el concilio por 3 años. Gracias primero a Dios, a mis padres y a ustedes que son la comunidad. Ustedes para mí es algo muy importante. Yo tomé la decisión de correr para City Council para servirles a ustedes. Y esa es mi decisión. Esa es una de las razones el por qué estoy aquí. Y ahora se tomó la decisión de que yo represente a esta ciudad como mayor. Estoy muy agradecido con mis colegas y con ustedes que son el público, son los residentes, son esta comunidad. No me canso de darle las gracias y hay que seguir adelante. Gracias otra vez. Now we are going to make comments about the Mayor Pro Tem, the next Mayor Pro Tem, and I'm going to start to my left with Councilman Bill Hodge. Do you have a comments with?
I think it's just he's going to comment.
Just Mr. Councilman.
Good afternoon, everyone. Good evening. Above all, as mentioned by Mayor Moreno, happy Independence Day. Can't say enough. I am humbled and I am honored to serve as a Mayor Pro Tem for the coming fiscal year. I thank you now, former Mayor John Moreno, for your leadership this past year. It was very appreciated. Thank you very much. Also, thank you, Mayor Pro Tem, former Mayor Pro Tem, now Mayor Luis Castro, for your part as Mayor Pro Tem in helping the city of Calexico go in the path that it must. Thank you to also Councilwoman Maritza Hurtado and Council Member Bill Hodge. You've been here for a year, and your new points of view helps the council going through, as everybody knows, sufficient debate so we can make the best decision possible for our community. I am in unfamiliar territory in serving as a mayor pro tem for our fine city, but I do immediately understand that one of my many obligations and responsibilities, if not the primary one, is to make every effort to stand in for Mayor Luis Castro when he is not able to do so. And I also have the utmost confidence that former Mayor John Moreno and Council members Maritza Hurtado and Bill Hodge will also stand in when the time is needed. Before I was even considering being a candidate for this city's council, let alone elected, I always believed that the two voices for our city are only from our mayor and from our city manager. When I was elected, I shared this point of view with then city manager Ralph Vélez, also with former city manager Victor Carrillo, and I have done so again with our acting city manager Oscar Rodriguez. My position is not, my position as Mayor Pro Tem, any direction is asked of me, I will immediately refer it to the city mayor or to the city manager. I would like to take this opportunity to thank my wife Margie, she's in the audience, for supporting me during the just completed first 3 years of while serving as a member of our city council, and more so now during the next 12 months as Mayor Pro Tem. I would also like to, for everybody to know that I think this is the first time here. My 3 sons, Danny, Diego, and Dante are also in the audience. Thank you for showing up. I know it was difficult for your commitments. With the thought of Independence Day in everyone's mind, along with my wife, our 3 boys, in which the youngest will be 21 in August, and with a few friends, we did a barbecue last night. No safe and sane fireworks, and more unfortunately, no skyrockets. Although safe and sane fireworks are great for our much younger generation, you cannot beat a display of fireworks bursting against our night sky. For this upcoming fiscal year, I will be approaching not only the council, but also the city manager and the finance director, along with the Chamber of Commerce, to see what options we have out there to accrue funds that would be necessary to reinitiate this event in Calexico in a very responsible fiscal manner. One of the things that we're going to have to go through during this fiscal year is evaluation and reevaluation of our departments on how we can best manage what we get, what we receive, not what we expect to spend. It's very different. This goes with every department, no one excluded, from top to bottom. Concerns have been shared in how our finances are being spent. I would welcome that some of these concerns be shared with our with our Financial Advisory Committee. This committee can then make their recommendations to this council on how we can best go forward. I cannot thank enough Oscar Rodriguez for your leadership that you have provided since February of this year. You're not new to city government, and we do thank you for being able to step in as you did. I can't thank you enough, Finance Director Judy Hashem, for providing the critical and crucial information of the finances of our city, where everyone can understand where the city really stands. I cannot thank City Attorney Jennifer Lyon enough. She has been always very effective and very critical and crucial into the decisions that the council has made during our tenure, and I'm sure before then as well. She is from the Valley, and I know that she has Calexico's best interests at heart. I wish to now thank the city staff as a whole, the directors, Chief Newjar, Chief Mercado, Veronica, Ms. Atondo, Ms. Toller, and if I forget anybody else, I apologize. Director Finley, he's out there. And everybody that works for you or with you, or who you work for, I can't thank you enough for everything that you've been part of to make Calexico better today, but more importantly, better tomorrow. I'd like to also thank the committee members for continuing to support my seat here in the council. And I can't say enough how honored I am to have that committee chair be the anchor by Loli Torres. And the rest of her and the rest of the Torres family. Nene, que en paz descanse. You are not forgotten and never will be. I know you are there. I still hear, with all due respect, this to everyone present. And I might get censored for this. Pinchi Danny. And I am involved in something positive for our city, or when we are not in agreement with something. Thank you everyone for being present here today. I have every confidence in the world that our now City Mayor Luis Castro will do his part, what's expected of him, what's expected of a mayor. And I have every confidence in the world that yours truly, as Mayor Pro Tem, and every confidence in the world with our other council members, and specifically with the experience as former Mayor John Moreno, that we will continue to go forward with our city and what needs to happen. Thank you.
Okay, the next, I have a plaque and also. Okay, go for it.
I have a plaque here that we presented to Luis J. Castro in appreciation of your service as Calexico Mayor Pro Tem and Calexico Redevelopment Agency Vice Chairman from July 2010 to June 2011. Signed by Mayor John M. Moreno, Council Member yours truly, Councilwoman Maritza Hurtado, and Councilman Bill Hodge. And no, it doesn't say yours truly.
Okay, thank you. Also, I have a play here for presented to John Moreno, a former mayor, in appreciation of your service as a Calexico City Mayor and Calexico Redevelopment Agency Chairman from July 2010 to June 2011.
you very much. Thank you very much, staff. I've already said a few words, and I'll let the meeting continue.
Okay, the next item is consent agenda. Is from 1 to 3.
Mr. Mayor, motion to approve all three?
Former Mayor John Moreno, I'd like to pull 2 and 3.
Okay.
2 and 3.
I'll rescind my motion and motion to approve 1.
Second.
Who?
All those in favor?
I motion,
all these?
and he
I
second.
second.
Okay, so all these in favor?
Yes.
Thank you. Can we vote
Yes.
on the first one, right?
Yes.
Just number 1.
It's gonna be one by one.
Con razón tenías tanto problema tú.
You're Moreno.
Hernán Castro. You have to... There you go.
Okay, so Councilman Mayor Pro Tem Romero, you call for item number 2. Will you please?
Thank you, Mayor Luis Castro.
Thank you.
It's my honor to be the first to say it.
Thank you.
And since I am sitting still in Luis Castro's chair, Chief, I'm going to talk to you in Spanish.
Okay. Hey, go for it, man. Don't stop.
El artículo
We are
2,
in Calexico, I'm sorry.
Es correcto. El artículo 2, no. Items number 2 and 3, I pulled for only one reason, and I have a question about it, is are the 4 members that are in item 2 also going to be part of the item 3?
Congratulations, Mr. Mayor, Mr. Mayor Pro Tem, and the answer is yes.
Okay, so they're going to have an extended leave from July 22nd, return July 22nd, I'm sorry, July 18th, return July 22nd, and then go back for the next one on July 30th, and return August 3rd.
It unfortunately happened that way. The class was previously scheduled and got canceled and moved to these dates. Otherwise, it wouldn't be this way, but unfortunately, that's the way it is. We, as a department, it was really important to send them to this class. A couple of them have personal issues that they need to be close to home. One of them has a wife that's pregnant, and so it's very, very important for them to be as close as they can be to their home. And Somerton, although it's not a beautiful place to be, but that's where the class was going on, and that was close as we could get to Calexico.
One of the things that was part of this agenda packet is the bar for the budget amendment resolution, where it is reflecting the expense, but in the packet, it's really not a cost to the city. Is that correct?
The 2 and 3?
Yes.
It's a cost in the fact that we're paying it out of asset forfeiture funds. We're not paying it out of general fund.
But it's not an additional burden to the city of Calexico?
No.
I'm just wondering, Judy, I did not see the revenue part. Was it in there? I did not see it. Because I saw it as an expense. The introduction sheet?
Because we don't, the police department doesn't have any travel money budgeted for this fiscal year.
It's actually coming from fund balance. The money isn't showing as a revenue because it's being transferred from fund balance where they have sufficient monies to cover it. That's the budgetary transfer.
Okay, thank you. Okay. With that, Mayor Castro, a motion for its approval.
Second.
Second. Okay, I'm going to call for the vote.
Okay, remember, I'm voting for Castro here. Thank you. Okay, come on.
Maritza.
Yeah, thank you.
You messed up the
I know I was.
Mr. Rising, could you change the names?
So the next item 3.
Your future. Yes. No, yeah.
Item 3. You pulled
motion
item
for 2 and 3.
Okay.
Oh,
Then-
both.
Yes.
Okay.
I had motion for 2 and 3.
And I second it for both, Mr. Castro.
Yes.
Okay.
So,
Well, for future agenda items, I'm going to start to my left with Bill Hatch.
Just one. City Manager Rodriguez, could we please have an update and a rundown of the planning for hopefully the upcoming sports summit? That's it.
At this time, I have nothing, Mr. Mayor. Sounds funny.
Maritza, Councilwoman Maritza Hurtado.
I would like to extend an invitation to the ad hoc committee to visit us and provide an update. I know that we had a meeting last week, and Chairman Carlton Hargrave invited some very important people to tell about our new port of entry, and things are looking really good. So I would love to extend an invitation to them and have a visit with them so they can provide some information on that. And the other item was to ask for a report with regard to code enforcement. I know we had some concerns, and I would like to ask for specific information on that type of report. For example, I can give that information to you later, but dates, and maybe go back about 3 months and see how much activity has been happening, because we've had so many concerns in that area. So that would be it.
Okay, thank you. Mayor Pro Tem Romero.
I have 0 today, Mr.
Oh my
Mayor.
God.
I'm going to have a heart attack.
Well, for the future agenda,
Never seen this. Yeah, it's a pretty set.
I don't have no comments today, but I need to work hard and work with my colleagues. That I really thanks about your decision. Also, thanks to City Manager Oscar Rodriguez. I didn't mention Jennifer Lyon. Thank you, Jennifer. It is a pleasure to work with all of you. And also, thanks to the audience, to the public, for your support. And is Hilde Carrillo around here?
No, she's over there at the reception for the new...
I believe today is his birthday?
It's her birthday today, yeah.
It is, well...
Don't tell anybody, but she's in her late 50s.
Well,
I can say that.
Well, we don't have any more items. Where it's gonna be? Okay, it's gonna be a mixer, and everybody is invited to Applebee's to celebrate the new mayor, and also
the old
this Mayor Pro Tem and former mayor. Okay, meeting. It's around 7:39. So this meeting adjourned.